Hey YouTube, long time no see. You probably won't, well, not gonna see my face much today. But I have tweaked the form of kind of my wonky wavy bowls a little bit. Kind of tighten them up a little bit, which sort of sounds a little bit contradictory, but you'll see what I mean. I'm gonna walk or talk you through kind of what I'm thinking with these, okay? So, 2 pounds of clay, and we're gonna make a shallow sort of landscapey bowl here. So let's get this chunk centered. If you've seen some of my previous videos, you are well aware that I have admitted to not being very good at wedging clay, so I tend to cone the heck out of it. And then I move pretty fast with these, so I'm gonna just drop the well, open her up, and I'm gonna do one initial pull and leave these walls pretty thick. And then I'm just gonna kind of geek out a little bit. So trying not to think too much about stretching the clay out and messing with it. I'm just trying to give it a little bit of character for downstream. I'm going to use one of these wooden rib tools to sort of randomly flatten that rim, and then I'm going to do the next pull. It's going to be pretty aggressive. So I'm not trying to even that clay back out really. I'm just trying to thin out the walls for the next step. All right, here's where it gets fun. At least I think so. Metal rib tool. I want to give this a little bit of a concaved situation, and it'll make sense with one of the next things I do. And again, just not trying to think about it too much, just trying to get after it and get a little weird. Just like that. And now comes the fun part. So I'm going to dry out the inside, get some water on the outside, and I'm incorporating this old boat, this big rib tool. Bending it because I want to take advantage of this edge right here to determine the inside shape. So just layer in there. And then from the outside here, I'm just going to gently push the clay up against the tool. Whoop. And try not to botch it. And you can probably see it's really stretching that rim out and giving it some weird character. I like leaving some throw lines on the outside. I hope that's what's happening out there. I really can't tell. Yeah, easy there, buddy. Quit while you're ahead. Just like that, okay? All right, this is previously where I would have stopped with my previous forms, but I'm gonna get a little weird. I'm gonna add a couple steps here. So now I'm just gonna push this part of the pot in, this weird rim. It gives it kind of a funky little, what I think is sort of an interesting groove right there. And because I want these to be functional, this part of the pot, this rim right here is pretty sharp. So my thinking is using the wire tool to randomly cut that a little bit. Hopefully it'll give it less of a surface to get dinged and hung up on something. And I'll clean all those little nublins off there later. And yeah, there we go. I'm gonna stop. So actually, two more steps. I'm gonna undercut it down here. And my idea, or at least what I've seen in some of my pots, is that when I undercut it, it actually pushes up some material from the inside. So I'm gonna come back at it with this rib tool to define that interior, like the very, trough of the interior of the pot. That way it's easy to clean, easy to eat out of, yada yada. Okay, undercut. Oop, shoot. I missed a step. Hopefully it won't go too far. I use this little piece of leather here to just kind of like apply just a little bit of pressure on this rim to soften it just slightly. And hopefully that makes it a little bit more durable for impacts. Okay, so you can kind of see what's going on in there. Hopefully you can see all that. Okay, I'm gonna do one more without all the yapping. so you can get a gist of what's going on there. And I guess the purpose of this video is I just wanted to share a couple of new little tweaks and ideas. Again, any of you makers out there that follow, or if you're wired like me at all, you're sort of gradually making things that you're okay with. We'll see how these turn out. I've got a couple of different glaze combinations I've been using lately that sit nicely on random surfaces, so I'm hoping that these sort of exaggerate those glaze combos again. Kittens. I've acquired a lot of kittens because I keep saying yes to things. If you didn't see the kitten fall off the thing in the background, that made no sense, but anyways. Let's do another one just to finish off the board. If you enjoy these videos, by the way, and if you're learning a little something, please like and subscribe and share. If you want to support the channel, there are links in the description. Yeah. Would love the support, obviously. If any of you full-time makers out there do the math, we don't tend to pay ourselves that much per hour. It's not a fun calculation to do. All right, one more for the video. I still have like a giant bag to make. Oh, also, today is, what is it? What day is it? It is December 28th. I will be next, not this coming Saturday, but the following, November 8th, I will be in North Carolina for the Western North Carolina Pottery Festival. So if any of you out there in the interwebs see this within the next week or so, and if you live in that area, it would be awesome if you came and said what's up. I'd appreciate it. It is always super interesting meeting people who follow the channel in the actual real world. And then it also, obviously, please comment down below if you have any questions about what I'm doing. If you have any forms that you'd like for me to demo at least according to how I make them, whatever they may be. And I do have some interesting new pots that just came out of 2 wood firings. I think they're interesting. Within the last week and a half. So if you're on Instagram, that's pretty much where I post my work. I will be posting updates this week as well. Easy does it. Hey. I'll deal with all that stuff later. Tend to mess those up if I try and get them off now. So once again, you guys, hope you're enjoying these videos. If you think some other people could benefit from seeing these, give it a share. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. I hope that you are having a beautiful day. And hope to see you again soon. Thank you, thank you. Have a lovely rest of your day.